In January 1967, 3 years of effort, spearheaded by the Federal Bureau of Investigation and the International Association of Chiefs of Police, culminated with the activation of the National Crime Information Center, NCIC. In its infant stage, NCIC became operational with 15 agencies at the state and local level, forming the beginning of a national network. During the first month of operation, NCIC provided 5 files with 312,000 records and averaged less than 7,000 transactions per day. 24 years later, NCIC provides access to more than 60,000 criminal justice agency components throughout the United States. The NCIC hot files contain more than 8 million records concerning wanted and missing persons, stolen vehicles, and other stolen property. Through the NCIC interface with the Interstate Identification Index, more than 14 million criminal history records are available from 21 participating states and the FBI. While national telecommunications and databases were a novelty for the criminal justice community in 1967, NCIC is now an integral part of daily life for every criminal justice professional. NCIC routinely handles more than 1 million inquiries each day, with over 99% handled in less than 2 seconds. The NCIC system effectively extends the long arm of the law. By using NCIC, criminal justice agencies in each state, the District of Columbia, Puerto Rico, and the Virgin Islands share their information with all other criminal justice agencies 24 hours a day, every day of the year. A recently completed study found that during 1 year, the NCIC system provided law enforcement agencies with information that led to the apprehension of approximately 136,000 wanted persons, the location of 36,000 missing juveniles, and the recovery of 170,000 vehicles worth more than $1 billion. A conservative estimate has shown that the NCIC system returns $4 for every dollar invested by the governmental partners at the federal, state, and local levels. This does not include a variety of other benefits, such as protection of citizen and law enforcement lives, reduced crime, and loss avoidance, just to name a few. The NCIC system is an excellent example of what can be achieved through cooperation. The FBI provides a central host computer at FBI headquarters and high-speed telecommunication lines to computers in each state, the District of Columbia, and Puerto Rico. The FBI also funds the national network and provides management services to coordinate national policy and system management. Each state provides computer interface and a telecommunications network linking police departments, prosecutors' offices, sheriff's departments, and other criminal justice agencies throughout the state. Each state is responsible for its computer equipment network costs within its boundaries, with information exchanged between states without charge. Management of the system is shared between the FBI and state and local participants. 4 regional working groups meet biannually to provide technical and policy recommendations for consideration by the NCIC Advisory Policy Board. Each state, the District of Columbia, Puerto Rico, the Virgin Islands, and each major federal agency has a representative on a regional working group. 6 representatives from local criminal justice agencies are elected by their peers to serve on each regional working group. The Advisory Policy Board, composed of 30 senior-level representatives from criminal justice agencies throughout the United States, meets biannually to assist the FBI in development of the philosophy, concept, and operational procedures of NCIC. The board includes 20 elected members, 6 members appointed by the Director of the FBI from the judiciary, prosecutory, and correctional sectors, and members selected by the International Association of Chiefs of Police, the National Sheriff's Association, the National District Attorneys Association, and the American Probation and Parole Association. Since NCIC is so successful, why is the federal government planning to spend $77 million for NCIC 2000 and requesting the states to make varying levels of financial commitment to a new system? The simple answer is that NCIC is becoming technically obsolete. Much of the software for the system was written in the 1960s and is first-generation machine language. Thousands of enhancements have been made, each one piggybacked on the original code. The result is a system that is overly complicated, hard to maintain, and even harder to adapt to current needs. Because of these deficiencies, NCIC does not provide the type of service that the criminal justice community needs and deserves. Additional services must be provided, security must be enhanced, and data quality must be improved. The criminal justice community must take advantage of the technological opportunities that exist to improve our effectiveness, while at the same time ensuring that we protect the civil and constitutional rights of the public. What then is NCIC 2000, and how was it designed? NCIC 2000 required a major commitment by the FBI and key elements of the entire criminal justice community. The first phase of the rebuilding process began in January 1986, when the FBI launched a 2-year, $4 million study known as NCIC 2000 to design, develop, and implement the new generation of NCIC. The object of the study, conducted by the MITRE Corporation, a nonprofit governmental research arm, was to design a system that would support the criminal justice community into the next century. MITRE was tasked with building a high-performance system that would provide improved functional, analytic, and predictive capabilities. The MITRE study began with interviews of over 500 experienced criminal justice officials at the federal, state, and local levels. These interviews were followed by a survey of more than 2,500 criminal justice agencies concerning their information needs. Perhaps the most interesting and unusual aspect of the MITRE study was an analysis of the future operating environment of the criminal justice community. A future study was conducted regarding law enforcement needs in our future world. Thereafter, during a 3-day session, top criminal justice professionals participated in a conference to arrive at a consensus prediction of their NCIC needs through the year 2000. The MITRE study process confirmed the need for all current NCIC functions and developed several hundred potential requirements or concepts. These concepts were submitted to the Advisory Policy Board for review to ensure that only those concepts that would be beneficial across the entire criminal justice spectrum and were acceptable in terms of civil and constitutional guarantees would be included in the new NCIC system. Operational, technical, and fiscal feasibility were also addressed. Over a year, the Advisory Policy Board and various subcommittees refined and reduced the original concepts to key issues that would serve to bring NCIC through the year 2000. The far-reaching civil and constitutional rights implications of a national data system were addressed throughout the study process. The FBI, MITRE, and the board worked closely with congressional oversight committees, in particular the House Subcommittee on Civil and Constitutional Rights, chaired by Representative Don Edwards of California. The new NCIC will represent a multi-generational advance in technology. Rather than using the assembler language of the 1960s, NCIC will employ fourth-generation computer language. A relational database management system will be employed, providing more efficient records management and utilization. Pattern analysis and recognition will be employed, enhancing data quality and security. A state-of-the-art workstation will be available, providing users with interactive computer training and innovative on-site quality control and security features. NCIC 2000 will retain all current NCIC functions, as well as provide a number of significant enhancements. The most exciting and visible change will provide criminal justice agencies with the ability to enter photographic images in NCIC records and to utilize automatic fingerprint comparison technology to positively identify an individual. The FBI has successfully demonstrated, as a part of NCIC 2000 prototyping, the ability to transmit fingerprint and photographic images from NCIC to a patrol car on the street within seconds. This capability has a dual benefit. It will improve the ability of law enforcement to identify and apprehend fugitives, while at the same time eliminating those individuals who may be the subject of misidentification because of the similarity of names and identical numerical identifiers, such as date of birth. NCIC 2000 will provide a file to allow federal and state agencies to enter their parolees and probationers. The file will be designed to assist the entering agencies to meet their responsibilities to ensure that probationers and parolees comply with the conditions imposed by the courts at the time of the release. The file will also provide online access to federal corrections data. An automated link with the Canadian Police Information Center, the Canadian equivalent of NCIC, has been approved. This will provide law enforcement agencies on both sides of the border with up-to-date information on wanted persons, stolen vehicles, and other data vital to officer safety and effective enforcement. Artificial intelligence will be used to improve record quality and security. Each record entered in NCIC will be reviewed by the computer in relation to the entire database to determine errors and potential errors. Artificial intelligence will also be used to improve security, identifying a significant abnormality in message traffic by a particular agency or user. Both NCIC and the state-controlled terminal agency will be notified of a possible security violation. Enhanced computer searching techniques will also be used. These techniques will include improved name searches designed to eliminate the missed matches that now occur. A delayed inquiry program will be automated, allowing the FBI to notify criminal justice agencies that the subject of their NCIC entry was inquired upon during the 3 days immediately prior to entry of the record in NCIC. Both of these programs should be of substantial benefit in the location of fugitives and the recovery of property. The second phase of the NCIC 2000 project is the actual building of the system. The United States Congress has recently authorized, through multi-year funding, $77 million to build NCIC 2000. As the FBI implements NCIC 2000, other federal, state, and local systems will require significant upgrading of their telecommunications networks, hardware, and software. What can the federal, state, and local agencies expect to get for their investment? 3 major benefits will accrue to all users of the system. First, criminal justice effectiveness will be improved. Second, and most importantly, officer safety will be enhanced. Thirdly, the likelihood of civil suit will be reduced. NCIC 2000 represents a major improvement in technology, as well as a significant increase in capability. It presents the criminal justice community with the opportunity to build on a proven, successful system. NCIC has been of invaluable assistance over its 24-year life, and the new NCIC must incorporate all of the best technology that is expected to become available.